and welcome to today's episode of The Daily Blend. I'm your host, AC, and we are joined in studio today by Tootie Burns, and Tootie is a board member for the North Village Arts District. How are you?
I'm fine. Thank you, Adonica. Thank you for having me.
Of course. So always lots going on at North Village Arts District. You guys just celebrated 10 years.
We have been celebrating all year.
As
10
you should.
years of First Friday.
Yeah.
So we started First Fridays in 2014.
Wow.
And we've had a First Friday almost every few bumps in COVID times.
Sure.
But for 10 years, First Friday, every first Friday of the month.
That is really exciting. And it's such a lovely time. Right?
Everybody, it's family friendly.
Yes.
It's free.
Yes.
At the First Friday celebration, we had giveaways, we had children's activities, free music, popcorn.
Yeah.
I'm still eating that popcorn, but it was a fun event, and we had, almost 3,500 people down in the North Village Arts
Really?
District. Mm-hmm.
That is fantastic.
Yes.
That's fantastic. And so for people who maybe if that was their first time, hopefully they will keep coming back on First Friday.
First Friday is always different. We always have a music component.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, if they had a good time, come back and have a good time in October.
Absolutely. And so you have some things coming up here soon. What else do you have happening?
Well, we have our annual fundraiser Party on the Roof, and that is a lot of fun. So that's happening in just a couple of days. It's going to be October 13th, Sunday. It's at the roof area on the Broadway Hotel.
Yes.
Live music. You can go to our website and purchase tickets, or purchase tickets at the door. They're $25. We'll have an auction. We'll have some surprises. We'll have a 10th anniversary cake.
Okay.
So this is something that we do to raise funds. Our organization is an all-volunteer organization. And so every dime that we raise, we put back into promoting the businesses and activities down in the North Village Arts District.
Yeah, and for people who may be listening or watching who are not aware, the North Village Arts District, it's in the district, but it has its own little carve out. So I know you know exactly what those kind of streets are.
It's strange. We are part of the downtown district area, and they are very supportive of us. But our area is actually to the east, College, to the west, 8th Street, to the south, the alley behind Walnut, and then to the north, Rogers.
Yes.
So we're just kind of a 4-block area. We have over 100 businesses, galleries, artist studios, all sorts of things.
That is amazing to have that many businesses in that little 4-block area.
Well, we have places like Orr Street Studios that are home to over 40 artists. We have Serendipity Wellness Gallery and Salon. They have a lot of businesses in there. Yoga studios, coffee shops, a park that's coming very soon.
Yes.
We're very excited about that. That should be, it's underway right now, and hopefully will be completed in 2025, the North Village Park.
Yes, I heard about that. Missed the groundbreaking, but I'm excited to see that open. And you have another event coming up in November.
We do. You're nice to mention that. This is at Orr Street Studios. We have our fundraiser coming up November 16th. That's a Saturday night. It's going to be a music and dance party, again with the silent auction. Tickets are available on the Orr Street website. We had one last year, and it was a lot of fun.
Really?
The community comes out and supports Orr Street, again, with our artists and artists in residence program down there. It's a great way to talk to artists, see what's going on, view different mediums. So please come to both of our events.
Yeah, absolutely. And I love, Orr Street is definitely one of my favorite places in town. The history of it and how it started as one thing and now has developed into what we know as Orr Street Studios. Has a lot of history.
It does. And we have a great show that's going up in October. Frank Stack, who is a longtime artist here in Columbia, former professor at the university, influenced so many artists in our area, nationally, internationally. And that's going to be a real draw. That'll be up at Orr Street Studios in the month of October.
Okay.
So please come down and see our Frank Stack show at Orr Street Studios.
Yeah, absolutely. And of course, the Artist in Residence program.
Oh my gosh,
one of my
yes,
favorites.
yes. I am in the hallway with the Artist in Residence. They they bring life and energy to Orr Street Studios. I learn new things with every group that comes in and have maintained friendships with artists who have circled through that program. Yeah. And that is very generously funded by Veterans United Foundation. And it makes Orr Street a better place.
Yes, absolutely. And so that program, for people who aren't familiar, it allows artists who may be have never done studio work before or worked out, they have a studio in
They
Orr Street.
absolutely do. And we have 24/7 access to our studios. And it allows people to there's a community down there.
There is.
And so, but I learned from young artists, from established artists, but with the artists in residence, just what they're working on, where they're showing, ideas that maybe didn't occur to me that they bring to our group. And it just, and they jump right in.
Yeah.
They're young and
Yes.
boy, they don't waste any time
No.
getting involved, showing their work, promoting Orr Street. It's been such a win-win situation.
And that didn't it start like in 2020? I remember hearing about it kind of virtually,
Yes.
how it started, and it's grown, and artists turn over every year. Is
They
that right?
do. Sometimes some do a repeat.
Okay.
They can reapply and can be there. My understanding is for up to 2 years. I'm not on the committee that selects the artists, but one of our former studio directors, Mallory Donahue,
Yeah.
I think envisioned the idea and approached Veterans United Foundation about funding it. They've continued to fund it. So we have 4 artists who have their own studio, their own area to work in. They receive a small stipend for supplies and then have a show. And as I say, it's made the place better.
Oh, I love that. I love to hear that. And I know there are some new artists who will be coming in, and we might know one of them around here at the Daily Blend. So shout out to that person who is listening, I'm sure, and who knows. And we are so looking forward to supporting not just the Artist in Residence program, but every single. They're funny. They're back. They can hear me in the audio studio, and of course, it's TK. Our own TK is one of the artists.
I know. I
in
hope our
residence.
studio is across from mine, but we'll see.
Yes. Okay. I like that. You're like, hopefully it's across from mine.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it. But come on out. We're asking people to come out and support every single event you just talked about. Come to First Fridays. It's informal. You just show up and start walking around.
6 to 9, the first Friday of every month.
And your website is?
In northvillageartsdistrict.org.
northvillageartsdistrict.org. And that's where you can find all this information that Tootie just told us about. And Tootie, thank you so much. I mean, it's a volunteer organization, but I know it takes a lot of time and your resource to do that. So we appreciate what the board does.
I get so much more out of it than I put into it. I get to come talk to you. So look, it's a win-win.
It's a win-win.
It's a win-win.